Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video. Ryan here. It's Tuesday night. Tomorrow is New Comic Book Day. It's Wednesday, so I wanted to do a quick video just talking about what's coming out tomorrow that I'm picking up, the stuff that's on my pull list. I'm not going to talk about the whole list. I haven't figured out the best way to do that. Should I talk about the whole list, like everything that I have, or should I just talk about the stuff that's coming out tomorrow? But anyway, just to keep it kind of short and concise, we're just going to talk about the stuff coming out tomorrow. And I didn't know the best way to do that even. I've got the previous issues here. We'll kind of go through those and talk about what's coming out, I guess. But anyway, first thing we'll talk about tomorrow, Amazing Spider-Man number 7 comes out. This is the previous issue, of course. This is date night. I'm a little annoyed with this book right now with Spencer. I feel like we've got some important stuff going on. By the way, spoilers possibly for all of this, so feel free to click off if that bothers you. But Nick Spencer, he's got this new villain that we're talking about that we keep seeing glimpses of, but where is he at? They've been alluding to Kraven, who I've never actually read. I know who Kraven is, but I've never read a comic book with him, and I'm waiting on Kraven. Where's Kraven at? Instead, we get kind of this, honestly, kind of silly issue with Boomerang and Trivia Night, whatever. Anyway, I'm hoping we move somewhere. We move on tomorrow. So this has been on my pull list for a while. My buddy, he's a huge Spider-Man guy. Totally, he's got a huge run, and he loves Spider-Man. He's a variant guy. He's got a ton of issues. I'm reading it with him, and don't get me wrong, I've been loving Spider-Man so far, the Amazing Spider-Man so far, so I can't really hate on it too much. I think it's just this issue that kind of annoyed me. Anyway, so yeah, excited about what's coming tomorrow. I'm sure it'll pick back up. Oh, another thing, I was getting 2 issues each time this came out, so I was getting like 4 Spider-Man books just because I was getting duplicates. And I was sending them to my dad. He was a Spider-Man fan when he was a kid, but to be honest, like, I won't talk about this. You'll probably hear me talk about this a lot. I had to scale back some on my books, so I had to take that second copy off my pull list for now. I hope I can kind of fill in the gaps later on, but a lot going on, and I had to scale back. But anyway, second thing, Superman. Superman is one of my favorite books since I was a kid. This is kind of what got me into comics. I started reading around the death of Superman and all that, and the reign of the Superman. So I've always got a special place in my heart. This is another one. I was reading Superman and Action, and I made the decision yesterday or the day before to drop one of them. And I think a lot of people would have said to drop Superman and keep reading Action comics, but man, I think these big fights are way more interesting to me than Clark Kent. You know, the whole thing with the was it the Red Cloud? This is better for me. I like the space part of it. I like kind of the cosmic part. He's got some cool stuff, and Rogol has some cool stuff in this book. So I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow. I'm hoping there's going to be a big fight in the one tomorrow. The last thing, Hawkman. Man, if you are not reading Hawkman, it's simply awesome. It's everybody describes it this way, but it's like Indiana Jones. You know, Carter Hall's like Indiana Jones. He's an archaeologist, and they're really exploring like the whole origin of Hawkman, where he comes from. They're talking about the reincarnation across space and time. So it's explaining a lot for longtime Hawkman fans, which I think is cool. And then for people that are jumping on like me, you're getting like caught up to speed about everything about this guy. in just, this has been 4 issues. Tomorrow we're gonna get to see him with the Atom. I think that's right. Yeah, the Atom, and that's one of his longtime friendships. So we'll get to see that, and from there, the one thing I'm kind of hoping, that at some point, you know, we kind of get past this whole origin story, explaining the timeline, explaining, you know, how he fits into space and time, and we kind of move on to some bad guys. I'm kind of ready for some action, so not complaining really, but I'm just excited to see where this ends up going. Another cool thing I like about this book, these guys, particularly Venditti and Hitch, man, I don't know if you guys are on Twitter at all, but they're great on Twitter. They love the excitement around the book. They love the praise. They love just talking to folks. So all 3 of these, pretty good art, I think. Right now, these 2 are a little better. I enjoyed Otley. He's taking a break, though. Then we got Ramos. And I love Ramos's art, except he likes to, if you've been reading this book, you know what I'm talking about. He likes to omit Peter's mouth. That sounds funny. That sounds weird, actually. But yeah, if you flip through this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Peter doesn't have a mouth sometimes. I don't know. It's really odd. But yeah, all 3 good titles. You'll notice no Justice League Dark, Wonder Woman event book. Wonder Woman 56 is out tomorrow. It's part of the event. That probably surprises some people if they know that I've been following all that, but I had to cut it, man. Like, it's just a lot going on, and there's reasons behind it and whatever, but just a lot. I mean, 5 issues I got to buy in 1 month just kind of annoyed me, but nothing against it. I still like it, but it just had to go. So yeah, making a lot of cuts this month on the list. Part of that was for Alternaween. Honestly, I contributed to that, but if you guys know about that, you can go check it out. I'll put another link. But anyway, this is longer than I thought it would be. But thanks for checking it out. I hope you guys are excited about New Comic Book Day. Leave a comment. Tell me what you're checking out. Let me know what you think about these titles that we're following here. Let me know if there's anything that I gotta get. I'm open to ideas, and I'll check it out. But thanks, guys. Have a good one.